Hey, what's up you guys? Yes, I'm back with another video by popular demand. And by that I mean one person left me a comment asking me to do another one, so here I am. Disclaimer, these are just my opinions. I'm not saying you have to agree with them. But if I see any hate in the comments, I will not hesitate to delete your comment and block you from my channel. I had to deal with a ton of dumbass people on my last video and I'm not going to do it again, so this will be the only warning I give. If you don't like my opinion, just click out of the damn video. Anyways, with that out of the way, let's move on to my opinions. Also, if you guys could comment unpopular opinions of yours down below, that would be great. I want to make a video responding to your opinions. 1. I didn't like Butterfly by Luna. I like the concept and I love that the line distribution was so much better than Hi Hi. But I don't like the song at all and I haven't listened to it since I watched the MV. I love Luna, but this comeback didn't do it for me musically. 2. Not all members of a group are talented. A lot of unpopular opinion videos say that members of a group can't debut if they aren't talented. But a lot of people forget that K-pop is a business and companies will debut whoever they have to if it'll make their group more popular. Some idols aren't talented but debut because they're attractive, foreign, or their company wants their group to have a certain amount of members. Not all idols are talented. Some are just there to make the group more appealing. 3. Everyone needs to stop taking the Dispatch couple so seriously. Ever since it was revealed that Jennie and Kai were dating, people have been speculating non-stop to the next couple to be revealed is, and it's honestly gotten so out of control. A lot of people are also taking this as a chance to ship their faves who have never even breathed in each other's direction. A couple months ago there was a video edit of Namjoon and Jisoo looking in the direction of each other at Gayo Daejeon, and rumors were spreading about how they were going to be the next couple revealed. I've also seen people shipping Taeyoung and Shui and Irene and Suho. Y'all have got to stop this. I know Jennie and Kai were unexpected, but stop shipping everyone who so much as glances in each other's general direction together. These are real people and idols should be able to exist without being shipped with someone they've never interacted with. 4. You'll need to get off your soapbox about how terrible the K-pop industry is. Yes, the K-pop industry is problematic. So is the Western music industry and every other industry on earth under capitalism. A lot of y'all rant about how inhumane and horrible it is, but yet you have no problem with the Western music industry, which is arguably just as bad. Celebrities like Michael Jackson and Prince have talked about how Hollywood is basically slavery and there are countless directors, managers, actors, and singers who are known and protected rapists/pedophiles. But please go on about how terrible K-pop is. I'm not excusing the fact that the K-pop industry is problematic, but y'all have got to stop acting like it's the only industry in the world that struggles with human rights. It's borderline xenophobic and it needs to stop. Get rid of your white savior complex. 5. I feel like Pristin V will break off from the rest of Pristin. Please put down your pitchforks and hear me out. This is nothing against the rest of Pristin. I love Pristin as a whole and I am waiting eagerly for a comeback from them. But for some reason I'm getting the feeling Pledis might actually break up Pristin and just focus on Pristin V. I really like Pristin V's concept and the chemistry the members have together is unbelievable, and I could watch Get It stages for hours on end. Either way I'm happy as long as Pristin breathes again. 6. Most boy groups are underwhelming. A lot of groups have the same concept and the same sounding songs and overall don't have anything that set them apart from other boy groups. In comparison to girl groups, boy groups aren't nearly as versatile in their concepts, singing, or dancing. You'll just hype them up because you are straight. 7. Big 3 privilege isn't nearly as big as everyone thinks it is. Yes, Big 3 privilege exists. I am not denying that. But you'll over-exaggerate how much fame groups under the Big 3 actually get. Red Velvet and EXO were called flops when they debuted. Red Velvet didn't get their first win until over half a year after they debuted. Twice didn't gain a lot of popularity until the release of TT. Even with its recent debut, they've received a lot of hate from Dalla Dalla not being a good song to Chaeyoung's looks to them lip syncing. I am not denying that these groups gain a considerable amount of fame from being under the Big 3. But you'll act like these groups debuted with a silver spoon in their mouths and don't struggle like other groups to become successful. 8. Joy from Red Velvet has a beautiful voice and I'm sick of people saying she can't sing because she has a different voice from the other members. In my opinion, The unique sound her voice has is what makes her such a good vocalist. Joy has my favorite voice in Red Velvet and I find myself always replaying her part in songs. Just because she doesn't have a quote-unquote traditional voice doesn't mean she can't sing. 9. JYP Entertainment isn't the best at spotting talent. Put down your pitchforks and torches, JYP stans. I'm not saying JYP idols are untalented, but let's say you compare a JYP idol that has trained 3 years to an SM idol, Cube idol, or Pledis idol that has also trained 3 years. You can see and hear the difference. Hell, IU and Chu from Luna auditioned for JYP and didn't get in, and they are both ridiculously talented. I think that JYP is good at training their idols, but I don't think they are the best at picking out talent. 10. Bon Voyage isn't interesting. I love BTS so much but I literally cannot watch Bon Voyage. Not to mention that you have to pay to watch it. It's so boring and I know the boys aren't actually enjoying filming it. It's very staged and they give the boys these tiny ass budgets of like $50 to spend while they shop. These boys are in a foreign country and they won't even let them spend their time or money how they please. It's not entertaining at all. Big Hit should honestly just stick to run episodes. 11. Yoonwoo from Pristin is such an underrated vocalist. Her voice is so beautiful and strong and she really shined when they came back with Get It. I really can't wait for another comeback because I want to hear more of her voice. Stan Yoonwoo. 12. I like BTS's old music more than their current music. I hate to be one of the bitches that complain about a group changing their sound, and I still love the music BTS put out now, but their old music is so good and has a hip hop vibe that we don't really see often from them now. Their old music had bops like Boy in Love, Just One Day, Let Me Know, Coffee, We Are Bulletproof Part 2, Second Grade, Line Part 2, and so much more. Their old music fucking slaps and I'm wondering how you'll hype the fuck out of DNA and the Love Yourself series when y'all should have been hyping them up back in 2014 when they were releasing all the bangers I just listed. 13. Signal is a good song. Everyone says Signal is Twice's worst titled track and I have to disagree with this. The rapping parts are bad, but the chorus is catchy and the lyrics are cute. Stream Signal, you cowards. 14. I wasn't surprised BTS didn't win Best Album Cover at the Grammys and I firmly believe that it was a pity award. I know you're gonna have my head for this but oh well. I love BTS so much but I think we all fooled ourselves into thinking they were going to win anything at the Grammys, even an award like Best Album Cover. Hell, the award announcement wasn't even broadcasted. It was announced on Twitter. I believe that one day they may actually win a Grammy, hopefully for something music related. But I think it was too soon for them this time around. 16. The big three are better than most companies out there in terms of how they treat their idols. I know a lot of you are gonna disagree, especially considering SM is part of the big three. And while I definitely think SM is still shitty to their idols in a lot of ways, SM along with JYP and YG have gotten rid of the broken debt system so many companies still have. If you don't know what the broken debt system is, it's where companies essentially charge the idols they've signed for training and idols have to pay them back for the training they received. A lot of times idols end up owing their company thousands and thousands of dollars. So in order to pay them back they have to hope and pray they have a smash hit and make it big, or they'll be working for years to pay off the debt they owe and all of the money they make as an idol will go towards paying off their debt. So they end up making virtually no money. The big three have gotten rid of this system while a lot of companies still have it in place. I still have negative opinions about all the big three companies, but at least they aren't putting their idols through literal slavery anymore. 17. Cultural appropriation is real and a huge problem in K-pop. A lot of white K-pop fans will defend the hell out of their faves for doing it and it needs to stop. Unless it is your culture being appropriated, you don't get to decide if what an idol did is offensive. If you are not black, you don't get to decide whether or not an idol can wear dreads. If you are not Muslim, you don't get to decide whether or not an idol wearing a hijab is offensive. Stop speaking over non-white K-pop fans because you don't want your fave to get called out. 18. Dalla Dalla wasn't that bad. Everyone says it's a shitty song and that the MV was a mess but I personally liked it and I'm excited to see more from ITZY in the future. I think the members have a lot of potential. Also, ITZY aren't copying Blackpink. Blackpink don't own the girl crush concept or sparkly clothing. Blink's calm the fuck down challenge. Also Yeji is so cute and she has all my uwas. 19. The title of Visual and Maknae are stupid. Neither of them are actual talents. And labeling one member as the prettiest of the group is superficial and it's honestly kind of offensive to the other members. But I don't think the label of visual will ever die because looks will always be a huge part of K-pop. 20. Rose is a very inconsistent vocalist. I don't think she's a terrible singer, but she sounds amazing sometimes and then horrible other times. On Masked Singer her voice sounded beautiful, but during any of the D4 live stages she sounded out of breath and like she's straining to reach notes. I think she has the potential to be a great vocalist, but she needs to work on being consistent with her vocals. 21. Line distributions do matter. I get there are members who have the position of main vocalist and that lines should be given based on how well a person's voice fits with the part. But when members of a group are consistently getting 7 seconds of lines and 4 seconds of screen time with every comeback it comes a problem. I don't know about you guys, but if I were an idol and I only got 2 5-second long lines in every song I would be livid. I understand if for a couple of songs a member has less lines because their voice doesn't suit the song. But if they're getting short ass lines in every song they sing that's when it starts to get on my nerves. 22. Stop over dramatizing Yoongi's relationship with his family. Yes, Yoongi grew up in a strict household, but I see so many of Yoongi stans making up stories about how his father abused him and how no one in his family loved him to feed into the over-romanticized bad boy stereotype that y'all push onto him. It's genuinely disgusting. Yoongi loves his family and he talks about them all the time. And I'm sure he'd be disgusted if he knew y'all were out here claiming his family was abusive. It needs to stop. 23. The Love Yourself series needs to end. Listen, I loved all the albums BTS put out with this concept, but after Love Yourself Answer I assumed this was going to be the end of the Love Yourself series. But when they announced the next album was going to have the same concept I genuinely rolled my eyes. This series has been going on for nearly 2 years now. And while I love the concept and love the message they're sending, I want to see something new from them. The Love Yourself era was extremely successful and they gained a lot of fans during this era, but it's time for it to end. I mentioned this previously but I'd really like to see something similar to their old albums like Dark and Wild or School Love Affair. Either way I'm happy as long as they stop dragging out this era. Hey, so there are all my opinions that I could think of. Don't forget to comment your unpopular opinions below so I can respond to them in my next video. I love y'all. Bye.